Okay, it's One Samurai. We're here at Pyro Radio. I've got the amazing Rachel Ritfeld in the building. What's going on, Rachel?
I'm cool, how are you?
I'm good. Finally got you here. We're here to talk about a lot of things, including your new calendar.
Yeah.
But first of all, let's talk about where you come from and what you've been up to over the last few years, starting out as a model.
Cool, I'm from Suriname in South America. I've lived in Suriname, lived in Belgium a bit when I was growing up and stuff, and I've been in England for about 5 years now. Came here for university originally, graduated a few years ago, so I've kind of been full-time modeling ever since, but part-time for about 8 years now. And it's just every single year it gets better and better, so every year I get more drive and more hungry to kind of like achieve more things, and I've had an amazing time. I'm doing a film at the moment, just did, Hip Hop Candy for MTV, did loads of different campaigns as well on the face of Damon Dash's watch range, a lot of stuff for Rocawear, L'Oreal, hair stuff, and that kind of stuff. So it's been really cool.
Okay, and you're 22 years old.
Yes, I am.
And you've been modelling for about 8 years now.
Yeah.
So it's quite a big section of your life.
Yeah.
If you wasn't modelling, what would you be doing?
I have a degree in anthropology and I speak 6 languages, so I have a lot of options open to me. This is just what I choose to do because I enjoy it most. But if one day, gain a little bit of weight or stuff doesn't go accordingly, I can, I come from a very diplomatic family and all doctors and lawyers and stuff, so I could be anything really.
Okay. Now you said if you gained a bit of weight, you used to be quite a big kid, didn't you?
Yeah,
when you was quite younger.
I was really big a few years ago. Well, obviously a bit more than 8 years ago, but I was literally a size 16, and I was bullied at school. I was bullied by my family. It was just it was difficult, very difficult. And then just one day I just got really depressed, and I lost so much weight, and I was so skinny, and I hated it even more than being fat. So and eventually I became normal like I am now. So I wouldn't really want to be skinny. I'm happy the way I am right now.
So what would you say to big girls who are put under this pressure to be skinny and look good for the public?
Do you want to look good for the public, or do you want to look good for yourself?
Well, I mean, certain girls, they're a little big. They pick up, say, OK magazine, and they're seeing all these, celebrities who are skinny and walking down the catwalk or whatever, and they try and look that way, but obviously they don't always get that. So then they get depressed. And
yeah.
I mean, what would you say to them?
I mean, models tend to be skinny because that's at the moment what the industry is, but it is changing all the time. For example, now how they're banning the size 0 models and stuff. I'm so excited about that. I can't wait for size 10 to 12 to be in. I'm a 10 myself. I kind of border 12 sometimes, but to me it's all about being happy. I don't want to starve myself for my job. I mean, if I feel like a curry goat and rice and peas, I'm gonna go out and get myself a curry goat and rice and peas, and nothing's gonna stop me. So it's all about knowing what you're worth on the inside. Because I know, because of my degree and because of different things that I do as a person, that gives me more value than what I look like as a model. So, it's all about how you deal with it yourself.
Okay. Now, you're the goodwill ambassador for your country.
Yeah, I'm the UK goodwill ambassador for Suriname.
So how long have you been doing that for?
I was made that recently, I think about 3-4 months ago now.
Okay, how are you finding that?
I really love it. I mean, we go to a lot of diplomatic corps parties, and we went to the Queen's birthday. Loads of very official dudes. And in the beginning, I was so nervous because I'm 22. Everyone else is 45 and over. So I was really worried about what are they going to think. Am I what's this little girl? But it made me grow up really fast in a nice way, in a kind of I know how to carry myself a lot better now because you deal with so many different people on a daily basis. So I'm loving it. I'm learning more every day.
Was your family proud? Because you said there was quite a diplomatic family.
Yeah, my mom was very proud of me because, when I was younger, she used to be like, I want to be a model, because I used to sing a long time ago. Okay, maybe edit that part out of the radio interview. Yeah, a long time ago. And she was like, no, get a degree. So it was literally you have to study something. I want to study this. I want to learn this. And then as soon as I had my degree, I've never seen my degree. I literally gave it to her. I was like, can I go do what I want to do now? And then she was like, all right, cool, go on. Okay. And I'm just she's really proud of me at the moment, because it's not like I'm struggling and I'm like, Mom, can I borrow 20 quid? That kind of stuff. It doesn't really happen. So as long as I'm doing well, she's happy.
Okay, now you're involved in a new British film. What was the film called again, sorry?
Find Her, Keep Her.
Find Her, Keep Her.
Yeah.
Now, you're playing the main role in that?
Yeah, main female.
Okay. So how did that come about?
Funny enough, the director emailed me through my website and he said when he wrote the script a few years ago, I was constantly on TV, so he's always had me in mind for this role. Do I want to read this script? I'm like, yeah, of course I would. I thought I was very flattered by it. It was a lovely thing to say. So I read it and I absolutely loved it. So I thought, yeah, let's do it. But we're filming it at the moment, so it's not going to be out for a long time.
Okay, what's the film about?
It's a romantic comedy. It's kind of about 3 guys, in their different roller coasters in relationships. One of them's a player, and he falls in love with me. I'm Simone. I'm a lawyer, and different things happen because of that, and he's like, oh my God, it's all about this girl, and then turns out, you know, she's got a little bit of a surprise for him, more than he has for her. Okay. So it's interesting.
Okay, now you've also done a lot of catwalk stuff, done a lot of music videos, you've done a whole range of stuff. What would you say is your favourite?
My favorite, it's so hard to choose because I really do enjoy my job. I take it very seriously. It's like, it's not just like you stand there, you take a picture, you create emotion through, you know, photography. So it's, every day is kind of different. And some of my biggest work has been like, you know, the Lynx commercials I did, you know, an MTV documentary, Fading the Face of Damon Ash's watch range, like loads of different stuff like that. I've enjoyed loads, but there's other stuff that is not glamorous at all. And I just love it even more than others because the atmosphere is nice and the people are nice. So,
yeah. So what's coming up for Rachel?
What's coming up? More films. I'm just literally, so I've taken some time out to promote the calendar. I'm doing a little tour around Europe with that. Just got back from Amsterdam. So it's like, you know, it's going really well. I have a signing on the 2nd of December in Deal Reel on Carnaby Street. So at 2 o'clock. So, you know, feel free to come along and, you know, you can get a calendar. I explain a little bit about my charity because I have my own charity in my country. And I'm just really setting up more stuff for the charity and doing more films next year.
Tell us more about your charity you got set up.
My charity is called the Rachel Ritfeld Project, and it's part of the Factum Trust. And the Factum Trust is like a children's charity for underprivileged children in the UK. But my branch, my project, is specifically for Suriname to improve facilities in primary schools there. It's a new charity. Obviously, I'm using the calendar sales, the proceeds of the calendar, to kind of fund the charity, to set it up and stuff like that. So it's going to take a while before, you know, once I've sold all the calendars, then, you know, it's going really, really well. So then I'll be able to, like, see what's the fastest and best thing to do first.
Okay. So would you say this is one of the most unique projects you've done?
Definitely. I mean, my whole marketing strategy when it comes to everything in my career is definitely unique. So I just hope that it keeps going well.
Okay, we've got the calendar here.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk us through your favourite month?
This is my calendar, the official 2007 calendar. And can you see it? What's my favourite month? You have all the little ones at the back. I'd say my favourite month, I'm going to show you.
Give us a look.
This one is my favourite. It's not the sexiest. Can you see it? It's not the sexy. There's some other ones that are like, you know, a bit harder, a bit different. But that particular one that I just showed you is most me, I'd say. It's most me.
Now,
different stuff.
Do a lot of people compare you to Anne-Marie? Because you two look really similar.
Yeah, people do that quite a lot. I don't, you know, I take it as a nice thing. She's hot, so you can go for it. I don't really have a problem with it at all because I'm, you know, I think she's really nice. Her music's really nice. She comes across really natural, so it can only be a compliment to me. So
you said you used to sing. Would you get into singing in the future?
I might think about maybe doing a song for fun at some stage, just for fun, not because I want to be a vocalist, because I was never a great vocalist. I just have a lot of energy on stage, and I'm kind of like crazy, and you know, so that tends to be interesting to watch. But to listen to me on a CD, it's not always that great.
So have you tried?
Oh yeah,
vocals that on CD.
Oh yeah, I have. When I was in Belgium, when I was 15, I was like, that's what I was doing. I was singing all the time. I did a little tour around Belgium. I did quite a lot of stuff then, but I had to choose because they were both taking me to very different directions, and I was like, okay, I want to do modeling, so I went down that path. Okay. And no regrets so far.
Okay, so tell us more about your calendar. It's out now.
It's out now. You can buy it on my website, rachelritfeld.com. You can check out my MySpace, myspace.com/Rachel Ritfeld. That's RITFELD. And yeah, otherwise the signing, you know, if you want to meet me, I'm doing a signing on the 2nd of December, like I said, in Deal Reel on Carnaby Street. So, yeah,
you got it right
really
there,
well.
2nd of December, if you want to meet Rachel, get yourself down there, get yourself a signed copy, right?
Come, yeah, you can get a signed copy.
Okay, how much are the calendars, just so they know?
They're going for £8.
Okay.
Yeah.
And all the proceeds are going to charity?
All the proceeds go to charity.
You're not keeping nothing aside for yourself?
I can't do that. I'm a goodwill ambassador. That won't go down too well.
Okay. Alright, there you have it right here, Pyro Radio, got the world exclusive right here. Do you want to say anything, last words?
Check out my website, check out my MySpace, rachelritfeld.com, and myspace.com/Rachel Ritfeld to kind of keep up to date with what I'm doing. And, you know, support the cause. It's all for a good cause. It's all a positive energy, positive vibes behind it. So, you know, it can only be a good thing.
Okay. It was a pleasure.
Thank you.